We all, as coaches and players, have the goal of winning a conference championship, and then everything can happen from there. When you do have these types of games early in the season as something to look forward to, as something that you can hold on to, especially when you played them the year before, I think it creates, I don't want to call it just a rivalry, but it creates that sense and that feel and that excitement.
This is the inaugural Allstate Crossbar Classic. We got Texas, we got Alabama. What are your thoughts on just the storied traditions of these schools playing such a big game early in the year?
I think it's great. Honestly, I think that as we grow in college football and we start to get into kind of the expanded playoff, I think teams are going to be more willing to play more games like this. We know what our schedule looks like in the future, and we're playing more of these kind of traditional program games that I think the fans all want to see.
When you think about different opportunities, you know, whether it's a bowl game, the Allstate Crossbar Classic, is it almost one of those atmospheres you think your players look forward to? I
think one, it helps in training camp. As you know, you go through that 4.5 weeks of training camp, there becomes a little bit of that monotony. But I also think that, you know, I've had an opportunity to play in some of these types of games, coach in these types of games early in the season. I think it creates great excitement for the fans. And to me, that's what college football is about, right? It's creating that energy for the fans, for your players, and then going out and having a great game.
What wins games like the Allstate Crossbar Classic when you have two behemoths getting on the field together early in the year before you really know who you are?
For us, on our end, how can we make sure that we're putting our players in the best position to perform and be successful when the opportunity presents itself? Because I think that's what separates these games. And then naturally, you know, players make plays, you know, they win games.
I've worked with Allstate for a number of years. What I love about them is they're kind of synonymous with college football. Over 15 years that they've been really hands-on involved with the nets and different aspects. I think it's kind of neat that they're teaming up with you guys and Alabama.
I always say this, I'm a fan of college football first. I happen to get to coach it. I get to do what I love, right? And I love what I do. And Allstate, college football go hand in hand. So I recognize that, and this is pretty special that we get to be part of this ball game.
Lastly, as the Allstate Crossbar Classic approaches, we've got you guys on the road in Tuscaloosa. You're gonna have some fans that are gonna travel as well. What kind of message do you want to send to them?
Well, we need Longhorn Nation to show up, that's for sure. It's going to be a hostile environment, which you love. That's why you love college football. But we're going to need all of Longhorn Nation there, and we're going to need all their support and energy at home watching it on TV.